Havertz AFTV, a 2-1 win against Brentford here at the Emirates. I mean, let me just go through your feelings at certain stages. I did it with Robbie. When we conceded, how was it? And when we scored the winner, what were you going through your head at that time?
Honestly, first of all, I want to touch on Rams though. Don't get me wrong, I was fuming when he conceded that goal towards the last minutes of the first half. But throughout the game, he did do periods of where he was making a lot of things happen. That throw, if that was Martinelli, I think we would have went 1-0 up potentially. But Ramsdale gets a lot of stick, and I know he's not played a lot of games this season, but he's coming in and he's doing a job. And one thing I got to credit Arteta, he's got all the players on the same wavelength. Every player is going to make mistakes at times, just like humans do. We're not all perfect. But boy, when it was 0-0, Cecile, man, oh my God. I looked up into the sky and I thought to myself, I've already lost my bank card today. I said to myself, I can't. Arsenal, just the gods are really up there. Don't worry, it's been blocked as well, by the way. But yeah, when I saw that going, I said to myself, it'll be typical Arsenal when the pressure's on and knowing Liverpool and City are playing each other tomorrow to then drop points today. Like, we've seen this, I think the old Arsenal in previous seasons would have drawn that game 1-1. And there's even a few chances that Brentford had to, I say, one or two opportunities where I'm thinking, don't deflect or go off someone's backside and put Arsenal 2-1 down. But credit to Arteta and the boys, they kept pushing. Kai Havertz, man, listen.
Well, I swear, did you question him when he signed? I
won't lie, I did question him when he signed, but he was very broken mentally from when we signed him from Chelsea. I think one thing I was saying to like my brothers and stuff and in my WhatsApp group chats, Kai Havertz is starting to now look like an Arsenal player, man. He's not looking like, he's definitely not a Chelsea player and looking like him anymore, but it's one of those ones where for the first 2 to 3 months, we had to mould him. It took time for him to get up to speed and literally the levels of all the ability of the other Arsenal players. So he's now adapted into that. But for me, I just questioned whether he can kick on, but he's won us some important games. Ain't it a coincidence? We beat Brentford early on in the season, went 1-0 up and went top of the league. Like, we've done it today, and for me, Ben White today, man. For me, one of Arsenal's most underrated players, and for me, Gabriel, he complements him. Not Gabriel, Saliba complements him on the right-hand side, but the whole back four, defensively, we're not conceding any goals, man. And what's that like? How many goals have we got? Like that's 33 goals in our last eight or 9 games now.
Yeah. When they conceded 4.
And you just got off, and we're not conceding. And the thing is, even when we do concede chances and when we concede goals, it's not Arsenal actually conceding it, or it's not a player skipping past 1 or 2 players and then putting the ball in the net. It's little mistakes like in the Liverpool game. Remember, Gabriel coming off of him, and then obviously Ramsdale's mistake today. So defensively, we're very resilient right now, and offensively, I feel right now, no one wants to play us right now, Cecil, man. I just think to myself, if we can just continue this, consistency is the main thing. I'm glad we won today because the Man City game at the end of the month, we got Porto. Porto's a massive game on Tuesday night. Anyhow, we don't win that game, we've got 2 weeks to then just sit on this. It's not like we have a Chelsea. I wanted Chelsea to come out to Leeds weeks ago in the FA Cup because the momentum is key at this time of the season. And I think to myself, Man City, now we've won this game, God forbid we don't, like, if we was to lose against Porto, at least we've kept ourselves on this. But we want to beat Porto to go into that game because the City game. Tomorrow's going to have an influence. Like, I was listening to what Lee Judges was saying earlier on, and Dan Potts. We can't influence tomorrow's game. If Liverpool win, City win, a draw is most ideal. Me personally, I would rather City win because I look at Liverpool. If Liverpool win, this is Klopp's last season. They are going to want to do anything they can to get over the line. And I think to myself, I look at Pep, at least if Man City win, yes, it'll give them momentum. But what Julian was saying as well earlier, for me, I'd rather City win. So their tails are up and thinking, we've brushed Arsenal over the last 5 or 6 seasons. They're thinking it's going to be routine settings. But I'd rather City win than lose, because if they lose, they are. See the 31st of March on that Sunday.
Yeah, it's a massive one.
It's Easter Sunday as well, boys.
Yeah, just before we wrap up here, I know you've been an OG questioner over Mikel Arteta.
Yes,
so I want you to give him a message, because you've been doubting him for so long.
Steady.
I know the season's not done yet, but I see you just give a little message where we're at right now.
Listen, I respect what Arteta is doing.
Oh, you do now?
It's still a marathon. It's not a sprint though, and it's one of those ones where I've seen him bottle a lot of things. Yes, he's getting over the line right now, and I credit what he's doing with this team, because not even I thought that I knew we would challenge again this season, but I thought we would have fallen off in 1 or 2 games before this. The West Ham and Fulham games is where I thought, boy, please don't prove me right again, man. But listen, he's getting it right, and listen, credit to him, man, because we're going on and we're top of the league temporarily. Please, Liverpool and City, just draw, man. But big up everyone as well, man, and Arsenal for life, man.
Love, bro. Thank you, bro.